G'day Australia, Kia ora New Zealand, welcome to GovHack 2020. Again, this year we welcome participants from around Australia and New Zealand as we connect digitally with one another in this new environment that we find ourselves in. We come together to address a number of challenges to make our communities better places. Since its first year as a small data mashup event in 2009, GovHack has grown into a competition which brings thousands of people together. It's the largest open data hackathon in the region. Over the course of the next 46 hours, you'll come up with creative and innovative solutions by combining the skills and knowledge of talented change makers with the power of open government data. We're welcoming back many familiar faces, as well as many new GovHackers to experience the very special environment that emerges when people get together to bounce ideas around and create clever new things for a better world. You are part of Australia and New Zealand's biggest open data hackathon. But before we get started, there's a few things you should know. You'll find everything you need to compete in the Competitor Handbook and the Hackerspace. You can find these at govhack.org/howtocompete/handbook and hackerspace.govhack.org. Once the opening live stream has concluded, the next thing to do is form or join a team. We have a number of ways to do that this year, including using the profile pages on the Hackerspace, use Slack in the #FindTeam channel, or on Zoom in your regional breakout rooms. Once you have your members of the team, head to the Hackerspace to create your team project page and get access to information about the challenges that you're eligible to compete in. You might also want to head to the Hackerspace pages from previous years to see a list of the amazing projects that your predecessors have come up with. This year we will again be using Slack to form teams, communicate with mentors, communicate competition details, and especially to support our remote competitors. To join Slack, go to govhack.org/Slack. If you joined Slack last year during GovHack, you can log in again at govhackhq.slack.com. On Slack, you will find a channel for each region. These can be found by looking for Hack NZ, Hack QLD, Hack Hobart, etc. Along with Slack, we will be using Zoom. There is a Zoom room for each region, plus rooms for mentors. Details of the regional rooms can be found at govhack.org/2020-Zoom. You can also find the Zoom room specific to a region in the region's Slack channel as the channel purpose information. We have some great new challenges for our competitors this year. Be sure to check out the list at hackerspace.govhack.org/challenges when deciding what to make. This year we have a number of highlighted challenges. At an international level, Infosys asks, how can governments apply resources so as to proactively address social issues before they escalate and require reactive interventions, e.g. social work, law enforcement, etc. Also at an international level, AWS asks, how might we harness the power of the everyday citizen to conduct ongoing scientific research which has been hindered by constraints on travel due to COVID-19? In New Zealand, Civil Defence asks, how can we keep it out, stamp it out, manage it, or recover from it? And in Australia, CSIRO asks, how might we enable and empower Australians to help deplasticise our country and report plastic waste in our environment for a healthier future? Thank you to all our international, national, state, territory and event sponsors who make GovHack possible through the provision of data mentors, challenges and event funding. GovHack wouldn't happen without you. This year your team will be able to enter up to 5 challenges. You need to sign up to these ahead of time before the competition closes on Sunday at 5 p.m. If you want to register for a challenge and be eligible for their prizes, make sure you sign up before the deadline. The competition has now commenced and you have until Sunday 5 p.m. to submit your entry. good luck, play fair, stay safe. Yes, good evening everyone out there, and I guess we're now all in GovHack mode, seeing as Jacinda gave her announcement at 5:30. Before we kick off the proceedings, my name is Mike Price. I'll be looking after the show till 7 o'clock, and I'm going to ask Tara Green, our Kai Wakahaere, to start the proceedings.
Kia ora tātou, kia ora koutou e te iwi o GovHack Aotearoa, New Zealand. Nau mai, hara mai, wakatau mai rā ki te tautoko o te kaupapa i tēnei rā, tēnā koutou katoa. He karakia tātou. He honore he kororia ki te maunga, he maunga rongo ki te wenua, he wakaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Hangaia ki te atua, he ngā kauau ki roto ki tēnā ia tātou. Kia wakatongia tō wairua tapu, hei awhina, hei to'u ia mātou, hei arohainga mai ngā tuakana me ngā teina, kia pūmau ai ki te ngākau mā aki, mō ake, kororia ki te ingoa tapu. Āmene. Āmene.
Yeah, ka pai. Thanks very much indeed, Tara. So we'll now move on, and first of all we're going to talk about the sponsors of GovHack. There are a few of them mentioned there in the video, and without them, to be honest, the event would not be taking place. Big international sponsor this year is Infosys, and they certainly are a lead, and they've got some interesting tools and toys that we can play with to help us with our hacks. Again, we've got AWS providing AWS credits so that you can use some of their resources, and N-Cycle join us again to make sure that we tidy up after ourselves and don't litter. Very interesting, so we'll see how we go with those. We've also got here in New Zealand, a lead sponsor is Proaxium, who've managed and helped GovHack Aotearoa New Zealand actually come to fruition and host the event this year. Thank you. In Australia, there's a lot of local government, federal government, and corporate sponsors. Telstra, for instance, Arnet, who are providing all the Zoom capability, and Slack, who are providing all our Slack capability as well. We've got a big shout out to them. There's lots of other sponsors in and around Australia who are helping at community levels and at business level. So we do have a presentation from one of our sponsors. This is a video from Infosys, where their Senior Vice President and the Regional Head, Andrew Groth, is going to say a few words. I will now, hopefully, kick off that video.
I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of where I'm coming in from today, the Camaragal people of the Eora Nation. And I'd like to thank their elders past and present for looking after these lands and these waterways for many, many generations. And I'd like to acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders from wherever you are connecting today. Well, greetings everyone. I hope you're all keeping safe and well, and a very, very warm welcome to GovHack 2020. My name is Andrew Groth. I'm a Senior Vice President with Infosys, and I lead our business across the Australia and New Zealand region. And I'm delighted to join you all today through this virtual opening ceremony and welcome you to GovHack 2020. At Infosys, we're a leader in next generation digital services and consulting, and we enable our clients all around the world to navigate their digital journeys and undertake the transformations that they're on. Now, this is the third year running that Infosys has been the lead international sponsor of GovHack. And we're all missing the in-person experience this year. Despite that, I'm really pleased that technology is playing a key role and enabling us to all virtually connect and participate in this festival of ideas. A big shout out to the GovHack team. They've done a great job to enable this whole virtual learning experience this year. And I'd also like to acknowledge all the other sponsors from the private and public sector. At Infosys, we just love GovHack. It aligns perfectly to our strategy of helping to nurture the next generation of digital talent right across Australia and New Zealand. And helping our communities learn digital skills and adapt and create new ways of working and to solve problems that can help with the economic recovery for both our countries is something that we just love being engaged with, and GovHack helps us support this effort. You know, the spirit of GovHack is all about coming together as a community. It's about helping each other learn to solve some of these challenges that we face together as a community. And that's important more now than it's ever been. And this spirit aligns with our culture of continuous learning. Now, to enable continuous learning for all of this year, I'm delighted to announce that there's 2 platforms that we're making available to you through the hackathon. Here's a little video to introduce you to these platforms. So Emphasis Wingspan. Wingspan is a next generation learning platform that will help you and those you're working with through your learning journey. The need to reskill and constantly learn new skills has become critical for us all in this technical age that we're in. Indeed, at Emphasis Wingspan is used by our staff of over 230,000 people around the world. We use this ourselves to constantly learn the new skills that we need to learn in this digital environment. And it's something that you can start using and learn to hone your skills. The second platform there, the NEAR platform, is an advanced machine learning platform. And you'll all be provided with a 3-month license to use that platform, enabling all the tools and the frameworks to help you with the hackathon and your solutions and your ideas as you go forward. In addition, I'd also like to mention our partner UiPath. UiPath Academy is a great robotic process automation tool that's also being made available to, and encourage all of you to use the tools and use the platforms from all the partners of GovHack to help you find solutions to address these challenges that we're working on. And you can access all these tools in the hackerspace. And there'll be mentors from Infosys and other companies who help you use those tools and get the most out of them. Now, I'm sure you all can't wait to get your hands on these tools and start working on the challenges. And we've got some great challenges to focus on this year, aligned with the community needs that we all have in this environment and this time that we're all facing. We have 3 compelling challenges for you: an international challenge, an Australian challenge, and a New Zealand challenge. The international challenge, we're doing this in partnership with Monash University, my thanks to them. And the international challenge is looking at how can we use data? How can data be used in a proactive approach to community safety in both Australia and New Zealand? The second challenge is a specific Australia challenge. And this one is about reimagining with digital technology how we can help with aged care, how we can seek accessible solutions that can help keep the elderly safe in these sort of health emergencies that we're seeing. And then the third challenge, a New Zealand specific challenge, is around how we can improve emergency response time using new technologies at a community, a national and a global level. So I think you'll all see they're very well aligned to the situation that we find ourselves in Australia and New Zealand and across the globe. There's tremendous disruption in our lives, both at home and work and education. And working together as a community, solving these sorts of challenges is going to help us with the economic recovery we need, help us as we go forward to care for our society and those around it. Now, as you work through these challenges, there's one thing I'd ask you to keep in mind, and that's all about the human experience. What is this doing for the human? How is this going to change things for that human being? How does this solution help them in their lives? And I think that's a key thing to remember as you go through your ideas and go through the hackathon. Now, I'm really looking forward to seeing the innovative solutions and ideas that you come up with, and my very best wishes to all participants. I look forward to seeing you again at the GovHack Red Carpet Awards, where we will celebrate some great ideas, I'm sure. And until then, please stay safe, stay healthy. My very best wishes to you all. Happy hacking and welcome to GovHack 2020. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you there to Andrew for that information around, well, some of their products, and also you can see from them how they are getting involved in GovHack. So that's actually the only presentation video that we have. So we'll now just move on to a little bit about what is GovHack. For those of you that don't know, I presume a lot of you do know because you'll have been involved after a few years. So really, what is a hack? It's a quick and elegant solution. It's I do lots of them around the house, I can tell you. It's like the DIY person that's not really a DIY person. So a hack can be applied to all sorts of things. But it's to program a computer in a clever, virtuistic and wizardly manner. I mean, hackers, they seem to make the hardware and software do things that you never thought possible. But a hack isn't necessarily only a computer program. It can actually be art. You can hack data to do all sorts of things. So GovHack is a festival of ideas, and then we use government open data. And the focus is to try and make our communities better. I mean, over the years, we've seen lots of community-based tools, from emergency response to tourism. The opportunities are boundless, really. And if you have an idea, you might think it's crazy, but it might not be. So we're going to be going from 7 o'clock, 46 hours, for those of you that want to do it all the way through with no sleep. Challenges open up tonight, and you can reuse any of the data sets that are on the websites. We ask you to ideate, come up with ideas, get proofs of concept, and also don't forget your 3-minute video pitch. That is the biggest thing. And I tell you what, I've just done a 7-minute video and it took me around 10 hours. So 3 minutes, you're going to need some effort putting into that. So don't just look for developers or designers, analysts. You need people who can make videos, and get that in as well, because that's a key part of your pitch. So what's happening? Competition logistics. It was mentioned in the opening video. There is a link there to the handbook where you will find all sorts of information. And because we're mostly virtual here in New Zealand, you'll find links to get various pieces of information. Slack, we're using Slack a lot. There will be Slack rooms for us here in Wanganui, where we're basically operations centre for GovHack Aotearoa New Zealand, but we use it to talk to your teams or make teams, talk to mentors, sponsors, anything you like. There'll be a Slack channel for, I don't know if there's a Slack channel for pizza, but there might be. But anyway, go to govhack.org/Slack. Here's some of the channels that you'll be able to see, and you can see we've got Talk to AWS, Talk to CSIRO, and there's a few examples of the channels for your region. So Hack Auckland, I think, is Hack Auckland, and Hamilton, I don't think they've abbreviated those. Hack New Zealand is us here in Wanganui. So if you are having a bit of a challenge with getting into Zoom, we have a Zoom expert here in Wanganui who will be able to help you. And they're talking of Zoom, it's Zoom. And Zoom rooms can be set up for your region, so there is one for each region. And we're able to make Zoom rooms or breakout areas so that your teams can actually collaborate within the Zoom platform as well. So yeah, a lot of Zoom, a lot of Slack. Hackerspace, of course, is a key area for GovHack, and it's been beefed up quite a lot this year. And I impress upon you, if you haven't already, to update your profiles so that as you go to try and form a team, you can have a look and see what the skills are that certain people have got and try and get your team that way. Projects, of course, you're going to create your project. Once you've got your team, that will be created in Hackerspace, and once you've created your team, that gives you the area where you can upload all the assets that you've used to come up with the solution or come up with your prototype, and your 3-minute video, of course, will be able to be uploaded as well. The challenges will be available on the challenges tab and you'll be able to go and enter a challenge, see if you're eligible. You've got till 5 p.m. on Sunday to choose which challenge you're going to go for, and also get everything in, because at 5 p.m. Hackerspace will close down and you won't be able to post anything else. So we're trying to make it fair across the board. So from 7 p.m. tonight to 5 p.m. on Sunday. This year you can enter up to 5 challenges. Really, you want to try and you want to try and use different projects rather than the same projects. And you can select a challenge for the region where the project is based. Now, this doesn't stop you from joining, certainly entering the international challenges, but it could be that there is a Queensland team that needs a person and you may have those skills. There's no reason why you can't join that team. It's just it will be a Queensland-based team. And because we're using technology, it means you can actually, if you're based in Whangarei, you can actually enter a team for a project in Christchurch and work with a Christchurch team. So being virtual actually has some benefit. So back on Hackerspace, we can see what resources we got. So you'll see the data portals, data sets, and some of the tech which Andrew mentioned in his video. And I think that somebody's running a photo competition, and there's something else happening. I think it's tomorrow night, but it might not be till 9 p.m. New Zealand time, but there might be a bit of fun. So and we're also trying to get an online yoga session going, but we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, data.govt.nz is where you will get most of your data from the government. If you're looking for a particular data set and you can't find it, we do have a data specialist, Anne, who I can see on a Zoom call sitting there, ready to jump in and help you. And if the data set is not there, she may be able to find it. She may be able to say, here's some data to augment that data set, so you can have a richer data set for the solution you're trying to produce. So don't forget, that's hack-nz, and I think there might be a hack-data now as well, data NZ. So there's all sorts of channels. They keep creating new ones, and I just can't keep up with them. And as you can see here, there's a highlight of data sets. These are covering all those from New Zealand data, the main Australian data, and then you've got regional data as well. So keep looking around. There's a Hawke's Bay Regional Council, there's obviously Stats New Zealand, Auckland Council, Wellington. So there's a lot of data there. I'm sure you're going to be able to find something to help you with coming up to a challenge and coming up with a solution. So here, these are links to the data sets. A lot of effort has gone in to try and put this onto Hackerspace for you to save you the work. It might be easier to search the Hackerspace page rather than go trolling around the internet to find something. So do visit this site. Any data set that's on here can be used, and any open data. Private data that is not available to the general public can't be used in your challenge if it's not available, because that's a bit of an unfair advantage if you have something. So we also have a code of conduct, and I'm sure you will have read it. Basically, just be good to everyone, and we want to make this a nice experience for all. Now, I know we're still not in a physical location, but we don't want any online bullying and stuff like that. And if you feel uncomfortable, just get in touch with us, and we'll see if we can sort it out and make your experience what it should be, a good one. So photos, yes, if you are using social media, tag your photos with hashtag GovHack. Also, there'll be photos taken if on Zoom calls, etc. We encourage everyone to obviously be in the photo, but if you don't want to be there, and we're going to put a shout out before we take a screenshot to say we're going to take a photo. If you don't want your photo taken, then turn your camera off. So you can choose not to be photographed, even in this digital world. And GovHack.org Photos 2020 is where you'll find all the photos. So where are you? So that's what I'm just talking about there. Anybody asks you to delete a photo, please do so. We've got these various hashtags for various things, and I think in my shot of this person's actually eating those noodles. I'm not sure if you can see that, but Infosys are doing life hacks and GovHack. And just share pictures. Don't forget to take us, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you get Infosys in there, who knows what will happen? You might be surprised. So the contest is open to everyone across Australia and New Zealand, and will run till 7 p.m. on Sunday. So don't forget to speak to mentors. They're still there. They're on the Slack channels. Do your brainstorming. Do it on video. Do it in Slack. But if you want a Zoom channel, just let your local event organizer know, and they can make sure you get the appropriate medium for your brainstorming. And don't forget to start your project page on Hackerspace, because other people will go who maybe haven't haven't created a project. They may want to go to a team, so they can go to Hackerspace and see what teams are going, and they may be able to offer some skills that you thought you didn't need, but actually you might. For example, creating a video. So on Saturday, we expect most of the projects to be up and running at some point. And this is sort of a guide as a timetable, because we want you to get started tonight. But it was 2 minutes to go until 7 when Hackerspace opens up. But this is sort of a timeline where we'd if you stick to this, the chances are you'll make this 5 p.m. deadline on Sunday. And there you can see at 9 p.m. tomorrow, there's a live stream trivia game event, which you can all take part in. Sunday is obviously the finalizations time. Get your photos, screenshots, make sure your video's done, and get it uploaded. And you put the link in Hackerspace, but upload it to YouTube, Vimeo, or wherever. And yes, all the data. If you're just writing stuff down as part of your prototype, take photos of that, and that can be uploaded as well, so that we can see how you worked through the challenge to come up with the result. It's always good. And then you can put some of those photographs into your video. So 5 p.m. Sunday is the deadline, and that'll be it. So helpful hints. Well, these are the sorts of people you probably need, but some of you already know that. Others who are new to GovHack may not. These are the sorts of people that you probably would need on your team. You can have, we have had events in the previous years where we've only teams of one, an artist producing art from data, or a team of 2. It doesn't have to be a full team, but if you're doing technology, you might need some of the experts who have perhaps worked with some of the technology that AWS and Infosys are making available. That UiPath is basically robotics, and I think they talked about their AI tool, and that sounds really interesting. I think it's something you can download and use, machine learning on your own machine. That sounds really interesting. So, who have we got as mentors? Well, you go to govhack.org/mentors. See, it's all the same place. govhack.org, hackerspace.govhack.org, all the Slack channels, mentor help, and talk. And whoever you want to talk to. Talk AWS, talk Infosys, talk CSIRO, etc. And we're going to have a morning tomorrow, 9 a.m. our local time, where the mentors will be around, so you can talk to anyone you want, and they may even get involved in your project. So we are nearly there. It's launch time. It is 7 o'clock, and I'm going to wish everyone all the best and hope that you have a happy and safe GovHack. So let's just quick run through the challenges. We heard about the international challenge from Infosys. It's all around community safety. We talked about the international challenge from AWS and how we might harness the power of the everyday citizen. So citizen science, it's one of the themes. And here we got N-Cycle with food waste. How can we combat that and do better things with it? The Black Lives Matter movement has also got a challenge out there. Look that one up. That is going to be interesting to see what people come up with and how the Black Lives Matter movement has impacted the technology world and the use of government data and what we can come up with. So the regional Zoom stuff, which I talked about, you'll hear about that. Just start getting into Teams. Your local event organizer will help you, and we'll give you the tools. And if Zoom doesn't work for you for some reason, we'll try and find something else. So this is where you go, govhack.org/2020-Zoom, and you will find these Zoom rooms. So you just click on the link and it will fire up Zoom, or you can use your browser, and that will take you into your local event organizers, or us here in Wanganui, take you into the appropriate Zoom room, and you can get started. So I think we might just, at this point, just see if we've got anybody. Have we got anybody on Zoom that we could talk to? Maybe let's just have a look here. Let's go over to Zoom. Oh, I can see. I don't know if the people in the room next door at the national team can hear me on Zoom. Can you? Oh, look at that! They're waving. So, do you want to quickly, who we got there on, starting with Anne? Anne, just wave. Anne, you are the specialist in data. Yes, you can talk too. Can you not? No? Okay. And then we've got Tara Green, who is our Kaiwaka Hare, who gave our welcoming at the beginning. And then we've got Messina Kenworthy, and she is, if you have a problem, Messina will find the answer. And over in the distance there is our Zoom guru, that's Tom Hartley. So if you have a problem with Zoom rooms, he'll be there to help. So who else have we got? Let's just see who else we've got. I might just shrink this a little bit so I can bring the other players in. Oh, we've got Stuart. Are you in Christchurch? Stuart, do you want to give us a shout out? Thank you. That's right. I mean, that's what we have to do, right? Very good. Who else have we got? We got Brett. Brett, do you want to say some words? You're in. Oh, he's putting his headset on. Brett, are you going to say something from Fielding? Is it you are? Oh, he can't hear me. There you go. One of the challenges of Zoom already. And do we have anyone else on the call? Have we got Zach in there? Is Zach around?
We're all really pumped to just get started this year. So best of luck to everyone.
Alrighty. Okay. I think I might have messed up the audio with the Stuart one. So I don't know. Stuart, do you want to just give us another shout out from Christchurch?
Yeah, sure. Hey, it's Stu in Christchurch, ready to support Cantabrians. So let's go. Let's build. Let's understand what problem we're solving for our people in Aotearoa, and let's change the world.
Thanks again. So have we got? Is Kevin? Kevin, are you up in Whangarei?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can.
Well, welcome to Whangarei. We've got a nice crowd here, about 25, 26 people.
Woohoo!
Jump in. I think there's enough V and Coke to keep them awake for a week, and so it's going to be a bit of a buzzy time.
Awesome. That's good news. And who else have we got on the line? So are you guys up in Whangarei? You're pumped, are you? You're going to go woo woo? No. All right. Okay. All right. So we've got Akash who I think's helping Zach out, and it looks like he's got a little helper there as well.
Yeah, I've got New Zealand's youngest data scientist here. But yeah, working with Zach and keen to bring data to life, I guess, in the next couple of days.
That is cool. It's cool. Have we got Tom in Wellington? Is Tom around, or David in Hamilton?
Thomas is here.
There you go, Thomas. Okay.
Don't know about David.
You're not in. Well, that looks pretty cool. You're down the south coast, and you put
Yeah,
some
I
palm
know.
trees in.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty breezy down here in Wellington, eh?
Yeah, very cool.
I'm really looking forward to see what comes out of this year. It's going to be pretty exciting. We've got some miniature challenges to run, but really looking forward to it.
Great stuff. Great. Right, who have I missed? Who have I missed on here? I think we've got, unfortunately, no. Oh, Brett, are you going to say a few words? No, you're not. You're shaking your head. Who have we got? We've got one. Okay, well, that's it. That's it, I think. So I'll leave the Zoom now, and I'll pop back here. These are just some of the links that you need to see. Some of the links you need to see. Of course you can see them. Some of the links that you'll need to know so you can enjoy your hack. So I wish you all the best, and take care. I'll leave this up, and we look forward to seeing what you come up with. And thanks very much, and everyone stay safe. And thanks, Jacinda, for not locking us down at 5:30 tonight. Take care, everyone. All the best. Cheers.